Okay, so this is just a reminder video for any true benevolent beings that happen to listen to any of these recordings. All malevolence can leave now. You don't have my consent to be here, nor to listen to any of these recordings. Now, the reminder is about regressions. Regressions are basically why we are still all doing this. If things feel like Groundhog Day all the time, it's due to the fact that they regress. That's done with like some kind of regression technology and or time loop, time regression, or time technologies. I'm not quite sure. But they do regress, obstruct and regress universal laws and universal law correction, as well as regressing humanity's progress. And they also do it on an individual scale. So it's important to remember that they do those. And if you feel like what I call that feeling of being put back in the shitter, like let's say last week you had an epiphany, you started moving forward again and feeling really good about things and really starting to have a lot of insight, they will basically try and rape those energies and frequencies and vibrations from you, and then take a prior trauma frequency or a prior time when you weren't feeling the greatest. They will try and reinduce those frequencies and vibrations back onto you, what I call like putting you back in the shitter. So like you'll have progress and then they try to rape that progress and then try and put you back in the shitter to then get you in a lower state to then feed off of you. And that's what they've been doing with humanity prior and up to this point with that. They're creatures. They're parasitic creatures. And that's how they do it, is they'll kind of like leave beings alone to a certain degree. And then when we start experiencing and having our natural organic growth, right, then they try and rape that. And then they'll reinduce prior negative emotions or trauma frequencies to then put you in a lower state to continue feeding off of you. So it's a cycle, right? So I'm hoping that any true benevolent beings listening, I hope you can see that's how they do that. So just know that when you start feeling low or you start having negative emotions, that those aren't yours. They're being forced and induced. Those negative emotions and traumas need to be immediately sent back to their originating sources, devoid of all harm to you and devoid of anything that they've raped from you. And when I say raped, like I'm talking about devoid of anything raped from you, and then also devoid of forced. You need to be sending the forced induced trauma and harm and pain back to them. So you don't want all your prior trauma back or all the pain. You just want the learning and all the expansion and all the growth. So you'll have to find a way to word that. I'm usually moving back all forced induced trauma, pain, harm, fear, regressions, magic, devoid of anything raped from you and devoid of all harm to you. So, and I'm only speaking to true benevolent beings there. Again, okay. So just remember that they are doing those, that those need to be immediately sent back to their originating sources, and know that that's not you. Those regressions aren't you. Like, those aren't natural. They're artificially induced, and they're malevolent, and they're not right. They shouldn't be occurring. They shouldn't be being forced. So those aren't you. The regressions are not you. They need to be sent back to the originating sources. And be, and then in return, you're taking back all of your already earned, learned, and attained spiritual growth, expansion, progress, knowledge, wisdom, insight, experience, and you're taking all of your stuff back to you, out of all technologies, AI systems, artificial realities, astral realms, the artificial frequency fence, out of all clones. Don't forget that. Taking all your stuff back out of all clones and bringing it back to you where it belongs. Because at this time, we need to be pulling all of our stuff that's been raped from us out of the artificial frequency fence. Out of all technology, like I said, out of all technologies, astral realms, artificial realities, clones, it needs to be within us, within our beings now, because we need to be using our stuff. They've been raping it. We need to be using our stuff. So we need to be taking all of our stuff back now in order to best help ourselves get out of this farm, get out of this place, get out of this forced fucking slavery, entrapment, and place of atrocity and harm. We need to be getting ourselves out, so you're going to need all your stuff to get out. So there shouldn't be parasitic creatures using and wearing your stuff. They need to be ended. And this whole Groundhog Day parasitic farm needs to fucking come to an end. This inverted time loop matrix needs to implode. Devoid of all harm to all benevolent life, and it needs to implode, devoid of all anything that this matrix has raped from benevolent beings. So now is the time to be doing that. This is just kind of a reminder recording, because usually I'm doing recordings on the fly, either when I've had a realization, an epiphany, or when they've really been forcing some nasty. It's all nasty, but sometimes the nasty's worse than other times, and they've been forcibly trying to possess my being against the full revocation of my consent for several weeks now. I have refused my consent over and over and over for this. One of the things that they tried to do is rape astral bodies. And then, they do some really nasty, abhorrent things with people's astral bodies. They also have their own, let's say, they have their own on platforms like this, that they will rape. I'm just going to give some vague examples. Like, they'll rape someone, a person or someone's astral body, and then they'll have one of their own try and wear the astral body or the frequencies or the energies and vibrations, and have their own be like raping knowledge and wisdom, raping information from that astral body, and then trying to pass that off as their own. That's done a lot on public platforms, and the reason that's done is to try and force out true benevolent beings who actually know the truth of things. And it's also done to try and forcibly harm and traumatize the being that it's being done to. That's how a lot of truthers have been harmed on these platforms, because they have their own out and about, doing horrific fucking things, raping knowledge and wisdom and trying to pass it off as their own. And they will go to some ridiculous lengths to do that, especially if those beings, real, true, benevolent beings, have the actual truth of things. You know, they really do some nasty, abhorrent things with astral bodies, and you need to be taking back your astral body the best that you can, out of all clones and out of all technologies and astral realms. Your astral body houses a big part of you, your will, your emotional body, your life force energy, much of your knowledge and wisdom is held in your astral body. So, which is the very abhorrent reason. I don't want to say that that's abhorrent, but it's one of the reasons that they do their abhorrent rape of astral bodies, and they try and wear and use true benevolent beings' stuff via their astral body and clones. So please be aware of that, and please be doing your best as they are really trying to get everybody into the AI system. And they are trying to work very fast to do that. Now is the time to be pulling all of your stuff that you think has been raped from you out of their whoredom, out of all of their tech, their clones, their artificial realities, their 5D hells, right? Out of their the artificial frequency fence is a big part of the AI system. So please be making sure that you're pulling anything you think that has been raped from you out of the totality of the artificial frequency fence surrounding this place. I don't give any fucks whether it's a flat dome with a flat plane with a dome or a planet. Like, at this point, I'm trying to get the fuck out of here, whatever place that it is. And I know the frequency fence can be destroyed by very acute and or long-term focused high vibrations, frequencies, and energies, which is why they try to that they will rape high vibrations and frequencies, and then they like to try and control those via the frequency fence, because they're trying to keep it in place, because on the other side of that is universal laws, and they would fry. They would burn where they stand. So that is very acute and or long-term high vibrations and frequencies. Hitting the fence and going through the fence would deactivate it and or destroy it, as well as a larger, more true benevolent force, I'm sure, could deactivate it or destroy it. Now, that would be something that you should be asking Father, the true benevolent creator of this creation, to do. Definitely still be trying to reach Father and be asking him to deactivate the fence and turn it off. Or do it if you are of a mind where you are moving their violations manually to universal laws. Please be doing that. Please be moving the entire fence, the artificial frequency fence around this planet, directly to universal laws, devoid of all harm to benevolent beings. And then in doing so, returning everything that has been raped by the artificial frequency fence and or stored in the frequency fence, be returned to the originating benevolent sources it was raped from. So if you are of a mind and you do that on a regular basis, that's just one more thing that you can add to your list. Be moving the artificial frequency fence, and those who operate it, those who run it, those who forcibly keep it installed, be also moving those entities directly to universal laws, devoid of wearing and or using, devoid of everything that they've raped, devoid of any and all anything that they've raped from benevolent beings. That way they are fully exposed to universal laws, and also devoid of all their clone surrogates, Okay. So we want them exposed to universal laws directly, no clone surrogates to protect them, and nothing that they've raped from benevolent beings to protect them. Just them. Just them, and having their own little private meeting with universal laws, burning where they stand. That's where this needs to be. So, in addition to that, if you're doing that, please continue to be manually moving their violations to universal laws. I know that they use the regression technologies. However, if more of us are doing that, manually moving things to universal laws, then it just makes it harder for them to keep up with trying to regress what we've moved to universal laws. It makes it a lot harder, and if more of us are doing it, that's us, compounding their issues. That's us being a wrench in their shit. That's us fighting back, and trying to end their shit. I mean, they've been doing this whole Groundhog Day for how many millennia now? Like, are you all done? Are you guys all done with this shit? And seemingly they've hijacked higher dimensions by the same methods that they're using here, by raping astral bodies and high vibrations and frequencies, and forcing frequency weaponry on those beings. I mean, I can't show you proof of that, except to say that as you are working with any kind of benevolent, supposedly in quotes, benevolent groups, it's up to you to discern their true intent, discern their true energy, devoid of anything that they may have raped from benevolent beings and are wearing and using in order to deceive you. Be asking them where does your energy come from? How do you sustain your energy? Is your energy in any way, shape, or form coming from, at any point, coming from beings that have been true benevolent beings that have been tortured, raped, and murdered? Right? Their technology. Do they use technology? And if so, what for? And whatever it's for, whatever they're using it for, at some point along the way, is that technology ever used in the torture, rape, and murder of benevolent beings? Right? You need to really be getting to the hard logical, get to the crux of it, right? Get to the point. Don't mince words. Get off your knees. Stop being in your knees in reverence until those bitches have proven themselves. Be asking them, why haven't they dealt with the reptilians forcibly obstructing and regressing universal laws and universal law correction, as that interferes with the entire balance of this universe, and at some point will affect all species and races and planets and star systems, and or other flat planes with domes. Like I said, I don't give any fucks about that. I can't worry about that right now. We'll find out later on at some point what this place is. However, this place seems to be just one in a whole series or chain or group of other places like it that have the same things being forced on them. So what I'm saying is, this is a farm, a parasitic farm. This has been a place of atrocity, horror, slavery, rape. Okay, I need to get the fuck out of here. I don't know about you. If you're happy with what they've done with the place, then carry on. But if you're not, and you know that you've been trapped here a long fucking time, and that they've been raping you for a long fucking time, and you're fucking done with that shit, you're ready to move on. It's us that should be in those higher dimensions already. Humanity should have evolved long ago. They've been forcibly regressing humanity for many millennia now via this technology. It's time to fucking go. I'm fucking done with this shit. This is not any kind of a school. When any kind of spiritual learning, growth, and expansion and progress is forcibly fucking regressed over and over and over, that is not right. That is so wrong on so many levels that I can't even begin to articulate it. I need to get the fuck out of here. I don't know what this place is, but fucking done. I'm all done. So I need to be moving on. I need to be moving on in my spiritual growth. And clearly I am not able to do it in this place. So I need to be finding the place in this universe or outside of this place, outside of this universe, that I am able to do that and be going there, right? I need to be going there. And I need to be trying to help as many true benevolent beings as possible to get the fuck out of here. Okay? That's my goal. And that has been my goal for over 11 years now. So if you're fucking done, it's be taking all your stuff out of all their tech, out of the artificial frequency fence, and be trying to fucking destroy that thing in whatever way that you can intuit as to how best to go about that. Get a group together and fucking do it. Have a little night where you all destroy the frequency fence group. You know, I don't know, but we need to be figuring it out. And we need to be stopping the forced fucking regression of humanity in this place, and the forced rape of humanity, and the forced obstruction of evolution here. We need to be stopping. We need to be stopping their obstruction of it. We need to be moving on. I am not parasite food, nor was I ever. I have revoked and refused my consent to these bitches, and they're still fucking forcing their shit. Father seems to be MIA. So it looks like right now it's pretty much personally for myself, it's just me working on it. It's me saving me, and I'm doing the best I can. And until Father intervenes here, then I'm kind of going it alone and trying to do the best that I can to get the fuck out of here. But I am fucking done with this place, and I'm sure I know that there are other beings in this place that are also just fucking done. And it's time to go, and it's time to take as many try and free as many true benevolent beings that are left, to get the fuck out of here. It is also my goal to try and free it'd be great to just get rid of all the malevolence and still have the planet or this place, whatever place it is, to still have this here, and just get rid of all the malevolence and leave and just have all the organic stuff left. I don't know if that's going to be possible here. But I would love to save as many benevolent beings, including all the animals and all the plants and the water, and to save this place, this planet, the land. I would love to do that. I don't know if that's going to be possible, but it's one of the things that I contemplate and work on. So just please be moving all their regressions, forced regressions, back to them. Those are not you. Just know that those are not you. Those are being forced and induced. That is not the true organic way of things. That is not you. Those are things that are being forced and induced. So send back all the forced regressions, devoid of anything raped from you and devoid of all harm to you. And send those regressions back to their originating sources in full magnitude, amplified, and taking back every piece, part, and fragment of your being you think has been raped from you out of all of their tech, clones, systems, the artificial frequency fence, all taking it out of all malevolence that might be accessing any part of your being. And your astral bodies is number one priority. To be taking back your astral bodies. Your astral body houses quite a bit of you. So that's number one priority. And then as soon as you're pulling your astral body back to you, you're going to have to do it when you wake up, and you're going to have to do it at night before you go to bed. Because that's a lot of times when people are sleeping is when they do the fuckery. So immediately when you wake up, the first thing that you should be doing is pulling back the totality of your astral body back to you, devoid of all technologies, devoid of all magic, devoid of all harm, devoid of all artificial frequencies, devoid of all clones. Pulling your astral body out of all clones, okay? That should be your number one fucking priority right now. So please be doing the best that you can. Know that you are a strong, powerful being. That's why that they've been raping humanity. Um, they try to rape power, will, energy, life force, consciousness, gifts, skills, abilities, the astral body. They try and rape all kinds of things from humanity. That should tell you, that should be your first indication of how powerful you really are and what you are fucking capable of. And once you start getting your stuff back, you will realize how long it's been gone and how much that they've raped. And the more of your own being that you take back, the more enraged you are going to fucking be because of your realization of that. So, and it's rage that you can use. It is rage. It's healthy rage. It's rage resulting from being fucking raped for many, many lifetimes, over many civilizations, for most likely many millennia. It is healthy rage, and it can be used to end some parasitic bitches that need to be fucking ended. So know that you are an extremely powerful being, that you have it within you, that you are capable of massive, amazing feats, that you are capable of great strength and great courage. We are the angelics. We are the true angelics. And you have it within you. You do. If you are of the true benevolent creator, then you have all that you need within you to do what needs to be done, and do it with the strength, honor, integrity. To do it with. And the courage. You have the courage. Release your fear. It is their fear. Their fear must be returned to them, amplified and magnified, devoid of anything raped from you, devoid of all harm to you. And that you know and believe and trust your own being. Have faith in yourself. Have love for yourself. Be forgiving of yourself. And know yourself. And trust that the answers are within you. Trust that you will know what to do. Trust that the answers are in your blood, your genetics, your DNA, your cells, your soul, your experience. Many have been trapped here a very long time. We need to be taking back all of our, all experience, knowledge, and wisdom, frequencies, vibrations, resonances, lights, energies that have been raped from us. And the more that you get back, the more access you will have to your full total being. That is why we need to be taking back everything that's been raped from us out of all of their tech, their clones, their systems, their astral realms, and taking our stuff back. Because we, right now, need to be using our stuff to get out of here. As well as to correct what has been forcibly done here. And to help other true benevolent beings as best we can. Whoever's left. Because there's not very many of us. It's whoever's left. So, just know that you are capable. You have great strength and great courage. And again, all of this that I'm saying and stating is provided that you are a true benevolent being. of the true Father, the true creator of this creation, and or just of true benevolence, devoid of all devoid of malevolence. So those are the only beings that I'm speaking to. So I do not consent to any form of magic of any kind, in any form, from any source in existence, being forced, undisclosed, on any of my recordings, on any of my words, my energies, my frequencies, my vibrations, my channel, any of my comments, at any time, for any reason, ever. It's been stated. All of my revocations of consent apply. So, just please be doing the best that you can now, that you have it within you to be strong, and that just be pulling, taking back all of your stuff. And because you need to be using your own stuff, it needs to be within you at all times, not spread out over this whoredom that they've forcibly made it into. It's an abomination. What they have forcibly done here is an abomination. This inverted time loop matrix must be imploded, devoid of all harm to all benevolence, devoid of all harm to all benevolent beings. And it needs to implode devoid of all anything raped from benevolent beings as well. Okay, so do the best that you can. Be strong. Believe in yourself and know that the answers are within you. Till next time.